Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, sharing your girl some love. You guys, we are finally talking about all of these MARSTÉ fragrances today. These are fragrances by Marlena Stell, inspired by a Parisian trip she took many, many years ago. I think she said it was once when her father passed. So these fragrances have been a journey for her. I think she mentioned that she did 60 hours of training. So it wasn't just like, oh, somebody go make these fragrances. She actually wanted to develop some training, just get a little information on what she was getting ready to jump into as far as her love for fragrances. Yes, she has a love for makeup as well, where she started, but she also loves fragrances as well. She has amazing taste. We have very similar tastes, and I love Marlena Stell. Not to mention, her name is like mine, Marlena, and I'm Marcelena, okay? So Marlena Stell is just an amazing woman. Follow her on Instagram and over here on YouTube. She does tons of makeup tutorials. I mean, Marlena, your girl might need like a new, try to get a new type of face, a new something, a new experience with makeup. You guys know that I am not a makeup girly. Marlena wasn't a perfume girly, but now she is. She has made her own perfume line, and maybe it's time for me to, jump into some makeup, Marlena, okay? Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff. And you all, we are going to get started on these 6 fragrances. 3 are from the Essence line. They're going to be amazing for layering, making the fragrance your own, but there are 3 EDPs as well. Actually, they're all EDPs, but 3 are from the Essence line. And I actually love every single one of them. They are all unisex. There's one that's slight feminine leaning to me, but across the board, the fragrances are unisex. And I literally love them all. And then I'll tell you which ones that you may like as well. So let's get into it. Now, when she reached out to me, they sent me these fragrances. I couldn't believe it. I'm like little old me, but anyway, I've been following Marlena, and she actually follows me over on Instagram. Thank you, Marlena, for the follow. We're always kind of like chatting back and forth in the DMs periodically about fragrances. She says she gets a lot of recommendations from me because we are fragrance twins, okay? And I love that because I love introducing people to new fragrances, and she's introduced us to her own fragrance line now. So yeah, let's get started. So just a little bit about Marlena. You guys already know she has a makeup line. Well, she had a makeup line, but now she has a new perfume line. Like I said in the beginning, the fragrances were inspired by a Parisian trip, or a trip to Paris, many, many years ago, that she could not get out of her system. The smells, the excursions, the sights. She wanted to bottle all of that and put it in a perfume, and she did exactly that. And the fragrance line, if you did not hear me before, it is called MARSTÉ, okay? So let's get started. Now the perfumer is Michael. His name is Michael Nordstrand, and he did every single one of the fragrances. He's done fragrances for Tom Ford and also for Joe Malone, I believe. But I know he's done a lot of fragrances for Tom Ford as well. So he is definitely a known perfumer and has tons of experience in this game. So this is the packaging. I love, love, love her sophisticated packaging. The packaging, and we're going to show you the bottles. The bottles are absolutely stunning, you all. They're heavy, the quality, the cap, the bottle, the box. So this is the box. We'll go through the names in just a moment. They come in 50 mLs, and I think the Essence line, I think this is a 30 ml, the Essence line. I believe this is a 30 ml, but I'll list everything down below. So I've been wearing these fragrances for the past month. I initially started with testing them. I took these fragrances to Scent Explorer with me in Milan. I did not want to wear any fragrance. Actually, I did take Mind Games, one of those fragrances, in a decant with me to Milan as well, because I wore that one on the first day, layered with one of these fragrances as well, and we'll get to that. But I wanted to take this fragrance line for the 9 days that I was over in New York, December 2024, to Scent Explorer, just to get a good feel of the fragrances. I don't want to be disturbed by any other line. I wanted to really dive into the line, do some layering, really sit with the fragrances and get to know them. So this is the box. The box is a matte box and it's pretty heavy duty cardboard, so very sustainable. And this is the gorgeous bottle, you all. She put a lot of thought and intention. Now, they're a little, not dusty, but, you know, smudged because I've been wearing them a lot, okay? So she put a lot of intention into these bottles. The bottles are absolutely gorgeous. They're very heavy, thick glass, and the caps are lovely as well. Now, this cap represents, she stated represented her family, her immediate family. And I love the design on the cap. You know, I think it's her, I'll list everything down below. But I do love the design, and I love the fact that it's so intentional, and it means every little thing means something to this new fragrance line that she has made, MARSTÉ. It's super heavy. You know, it actually holds on very well, you know, so it doesn't slide. So you can actually pick this up by the cap. So it's super secure and tight. It's not magnetic, but it's very secure and tight. Anyway, love these bottles. They all lined up very beautifully together. So the very first one we're going to start with is Unoi Prian. You all, Unoi Prian is my absolute favorite. This and the vanilla essence, you all. So it's warm, it's spicy, it's woody, it's a little floral from that rose, giving it like a slight, like a citrus bright rose a little bit. This is so good. So this is perfect. I wore this in New York, and it was the perfect time to wear this because it was cold. The spices in here, it smells like there's cardamom in here as well, but you're getting that chai tea, the black tea. There's also, let me read you the notes in Unoi Prian because I absolutely love it. There's like a chai spice tea. It smells of cardamom, but it's not listed. There's some rose, there's some plum in here, specifically a Malabar plum. There's some black tea as well, some benzoin, labdanum, musk, and sandalwood. So this is that warm, spicy, and no, this does not smell like any other fragrance that I have in my collection. So it gives you that warm, spicy, slightly fresh, airy plum with a little bit of a black tea vibe with some vanilla. It's very warm, it's sensual, it's a little mysterious, it's dark, it's sexy. I got so many compliments on Unoi Prian. This embodies all of Paris in the fall and the winter. Wearing that dark overcoat, it almost smells like the souks, almost giving like a Parisian souk or a Parisian spice market that you're going into with a warm scent of vanilla. I love Unoi Prian. I love the bottle. You see that little bit of a dent in there. It's about 20% gone. And these fragrances are potent, especially Unoi Prian. This lasted me 12 to 18 hours on clothes, and on skin, it lasted me a good 10 to 12 hours because I was out all day long. I was spraying things at Scent Explorer, and I still smelled Unoi Prian. But even if you don't like a heavy plum, that plum and a little bit of that balsamic rose mixed together with the spices from the chai and the black tea, it is absolutely gorgeous, you all. So this one is my favorite from the line, Unoi Prian. You guys know that I love a good tea fragrance. So this one it's like right up my alley, you all. On top of a good chai fragrance. Black tea is my favorite and chai tea is my favorite. So y'all, it's a win-win on top of some spices. So anyway, a little bit of powderiness in the dry down, creamy from the labdanum on top of the chai spices and the black tea. This is sexy, it's alluring, it's addictive, and it reminds me of cool Parisian nights, and I love it. Anyway, Unoi Prian, get your nose on it. Like I said, love these bottles. I love the intentional cap that she made, and yeah, this one's a good one. Now this one I layered a lot with the vanilla essence because it has a little bit of that lime in there and vanilla. It is gorgeous, but I love vanilla essence alone as well. So Unoi Prian. So the next one we're going to talk about is Jardan Du Luxembourg, okay? So yeah, the names are a bit difficult, but hopefully I'm pronouncing them right. So Jardan Du Luxembourg. This said, apparently this is a special garden over in Paris. Now, I've been to Paris a couple times, but I did not go to Jardan Du Luxembourg. But you can best believe the next time I go to Paris, I am taking this fragrance and I'm visiting Jardan Du Luxembourg, okay? So this one's fresh. I wrote down that it's fresh, it's floral, it's clean, it's a little powdery, slightly sweetened, and it's slight feminine leaning, but anybody can wear what they want to wear, okay? So the top notes in this fragrance, it's green mandarin, there's some petite grain, there's some rhubarb in here, there's some basil, which do not be afraid because it's not vegetal, it's not aromatic, it's not super earthy, it is beautiful. There's petite grain, white lilac, neroli, cloves, Virginian cedar, ambret seed, and musk. So now I've already sprayed the dry down of this fragrance. Now this one was not, I would say this one was not a love at first sniff for me, because it was very slightly familiar, because you guys know that if anything has petite grain and it has neroli in there, it's definitely giving like that Love Don't Be Shy vibe, or like that sensual vibe that we all love. But in the opening, this fragrance is very fresh. It's green, it's creamy, it's a little musky, it's slightly woody in the dry down. It is beautiful, but it gets a little more green and fresh and slightly earthy. It reminds you of some beautiful florals and some stems in a garden, and I love it. So it's not super sweet, like that orange blossom neroli, not sickly sweet. This one is very fresh because the petite grain and the woodiness of this fragrance starts to, in the opening, I thought it was slight feminine leaning, but in the dry down, it's completely unisex, and I'm loving it. You can wear this fragrance alone, and you can also use this to layer it. Now, Jardan Du Luxembourg, I did add a bit more of a citrus on top of this fragrance because I wanted it to be a little more mandarin or a little more citrusy to kind of cut into that neroli. I'm not a super huge neroli fan, but when it's mixed with a musk or a beautiful sandalwood or some green petite grain, then I'm absolutely loving it. Neroli can be sometimes a little cloying for me, but this one right here, because I love petite grain or petit grain, however you guys say it. You get all of that, but it's so fresh, and it just reminds you of walking through a garden full of bloom, slight sweetness, airiness, powderiness, citruses. It's beautiful, you all. So if you like that neroli, orange blossom, petite grain combo, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this fragrance. It is beautiful, it's elegant, and just imagine walking through the garden with a beautiful white lace dress on. That is what this, and a beautiful hat. That is what this fragrance is reminding me of. It's delicate, it's opulent, and it's beautiful, and I love it. I think that is all I'm going to say about that fragrance. Like I said, I layered it with the mandarin essence and I loved it. I also wore the mandarin essence alone and I got so many compliments on that fragrance alone. Sometimes we would go down, most of the time I wore it in the morning, the mandarin essence alone, and at night, and I would just wear it as a single note because I was heading to bed or I was getting up, we were going to, and every time you're with the perfume girlies, you want to smell like something, right? I didn't want to give it all to them, give all the notes and the nuance, but I did want it to give them a little something. And when I wore the mandarin essence, everyone said, Marcy, you smell so good, you smell so fresh. It smells very citrus and vibrant. What is that? Somebody said it smelled like ginger a bit. I'm not sure if there's ginger in there, but it's a, we'll get to that later, y'all. But anyway, I layered it. I love that layered with Jardan Du Luxembourg. Just FYI, y'all. So the next one we're going to talk about is, and did I even show y'all the bottle for Jardan Du Luxembourg? No, I did not. So this is Jardan Du Luxembourg. They all come in the same bottle, but this bottle, I couldn't tell if it was the juice or the bottle, but I think the bottle is a little bit purplish. It has a different color hue. Unoi Prian has more of a brown bottle color, if you can see that. Jardan Du Luxembourg, I don't know if it's because of the lilac or whatever, or, you know, the notes or the garden memories. This one has a little bit of a purple hue to the bottle, and this one has more of a golden brown, or yeah, like a fall color hue to this bottle, but they're both gorgeous. Okay, so anyway, Jardan Du Luxembourg. Beautiful fragrance. Definitely reminds you of a garden in the spring in Paris, okay? So the next one we're gonna talk about is, and I am not sure how to pronounce this. I should have looked it up before. I keep wanting to say MONTMARTRE MIDI, but I think it's March Mey, March Mey. Okay, now apparently this area in Paris is a place where famous artists live, where they have their studios, and also where the Moulin Rouge is. Okay, so let's see what color bottle March Mey. Now, when I saw this bottle, I thought that the juice was a little cloudy looking. I'm not sure about that, but maybe it's the development of the juice or the notes inside. So this one, if you can see, it looks a little thicker than the rest, but it sprays out just the same. So it gives more of like a opaque color juice. Okay, so now this one was my second favorite. Initially this one was my third favorite until it dried down. So March Mey was my second favorite. Okay, so in March Mey, you have your spice. I put on here, it's spicy, creamy, and floral. So here you have your grapefruit, your cardamom, juniper berry, star jasmine, pear, orange blossom, cedarwood, honey musk, and I put on here that it is a very surreal jasmine floral fragrance. But the juiciness of the pear and the spices in here is what gets me. So now, this is definitely for a jasmine lover. It is not a heady jasmine. It is not an indolic jasmine, but it is a beautiful, you know, jasmine is the flower of love. Paris speaks of love, okay? So this is a jasmine fragrance that is absolutely beautiful and smells of love. It's completely unisex. So like I said, it's warm, spicy. As it dries down, it gets a little creamy. You definitely get those fruits, a bit of floral. There's, I think it's star jasmine inside, but it's beautiful. And that creamy grapefruit in here. The opening is fresh, is zesty. You get a juicy pear. The dry down, you get that a creamy jasmine. It is absolutely, you get a honey note as well. I'm picking up on the bit of a honey, the jasmine, the spices, a little bit of juicy pear. I love March Mey. I think it's pronounced. Completely unisex. It's a little balsamic. There's that great acid-base balance in here. It is absolutely beautiful, but you definitely get a slight honey note in this fragrance. But I love this, and the dry down, you definitely get more of the honey, but the opening, I get more of that spiciness and the automizers, y'all. Whew, it's a bit dry in the opening, the spiciness, it smells like there's cardamom in here, but there's not. Oh, absolutely, there is cardamom in here, y'all. So there's cardamom in here, the juniper berry, the pear, the grapefruit, it makes it all fresh. So, oh, this is so, so good. It's a little earthy in the opening, and it dries down. Very beautiful with the balsamic honey, not an animalic honey, but this is a beautiful fragrance, and this one is my second favorite from the line. And then we have the Jardan Du Luxembourg. Jardan Du Luxembourg actually gets a little smoky, you know, as well. But maybe it's that Virginian cedar and that fresh musk. They're all so beautiful. But if you want something extremely different, then I would say try Unoi Prian. This one was my most complimentary, Unoi Prian. When I walked down one morning to breakfast, we were getting ready to leave. Actually, we had already eaten breakfast and we were headed out. Roxy walked up to me and she was like, oh my gosh. She said, what do you have on? And then Niche Spicy Looks, she was like, what do you have on? And it's so funny because a lot of the times, because I was kind of wearing the fragrance and testing them at the same time, so I actually had it in my purse. We did a spray session. Pat, she must have sprayed this about seven to 8 times all over her. She was intoxicated by it, couldn't get enough of it. Niche Spicy Looks, she sprayed some on her, and then Roxanne, she sprayed some on her, y'all. So we had a ball with Jardan's Unoi Prian. Unoi Prian is the one that everybody kept complimenting me on. And then the Mandarin Essence and Unoi Prian were my most complimentary. And then this one here, MONTMARTRE MIDI, okay? This is absolutely gorgeous, okay? So get your nose on this. But if you like that citrus, that grapefruit with a little bit of juiciness from the pear, spiciness from a cardamom, they're all blended so beautifully, then try this one as well. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about are from the Essence line, and they all, like, I love the fact that they all come in the same bottles, but just a mini version, okay? So this one here, like I said, I think they're 30 ml. So we have your Essence Mandarin, amazing for layering and amazing alone. We also have one of my favorite layers, and there's probably a dent in this one as well. And this one is Essence Vanille, a little bit of a dent in Essence Vanille. Now, this is not your average vanilla. This vanilla has a lime in there. I don't know if it's a lime and a ginger, but it's a juicy, it's a very different vanilla, and it's a beautiful vanilla, but it's a little like a sharp vanilla in the opening, but it's so beautiful, and everybody that sprayed this on loves this. Now, out of the Essence line, the Mandarin was my most complimentary because I wore that around everybody. But this one, oh, there's like, I don't know, it's almost like a sugar in here. Maybe there is sugar in here. I'm almost, oh, this is so good. This needs to come in 100 ml, okay? This is beautiful. Essence Vanille. You almost get a lime and a sugar and a baking vanilla. It is so gorgeous. It's woody as well. I don't know the notes of this, but it's definitely giving lime, sugar, vanilla, almost like a baking vanilla. Like I said, vanilla extract. And it is gorgeous. I'm picking up like a, I don't know, almost the almondiness as well in this fragrance as well. Something creamy, like a creamy vanilla. But y'all, obsessed with this vanilla essence. Get your nose on it. Amazing for layering every single one of them. But this is amazing alone, and I'm loving it. And when I tell you this vanilla lasts 8 to 10 hours, it lasts a long time. So get your nose on this. So once again, vanilla essence is my favorite, and Unoi Prian, okay? The next one we're going to talk about, oops, I almost dropped that, is the Mandarin essence, okay? And then we have a Santal essence. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the Mandarin essence on my finger. Like I said, this is so good. It's like grapefruit, mandarin. It's almost like a zesty clementine peel. It's the freshest. It's some people can't handle it, like citrus and mandarin. This one is gorgeous. These Essence, Marlena, if you are watching this video, these Essence fragrances could be in like 50, 100 ml bottles as well, because they are just that amazing. And I could wear these alone. They are EDPs, but y'all, it's earthy. It's almost like you get that zesty mandarin peel, slightly sweetened, woody, very fresh. It's giving you a little bit of a grapefruit scent as well. Amazing job on this one. So now, your Santal essence. Now, I did wear this twice, I think. I layered this with the March Mey, but to me, it kind of took away a little from the citrus and the spices that I love, but I do like wearing the Santal alone. I layered this with another fragrance. I think, oh, I layered it with another vanilla fragrance. Oh, I know what I layered it with. I wore, what is it? What's that fragrance by Lattafa? I wore Lattafa because it has a citrus plum in the opening, but it's woody. So I layered it with teriyaki, okay? But I realized that teriyaki was a little too woody and zesty and spicy already. So I did wear this alone when I saw David. I had on a little bit of teriyaki and I had on the Santal essence. So let me go ahead and remind myself of the Santal essence. I would literally layer the Santal essence. It is beautiful. It's dark. It's a little earthy. It's almost giving me a suede nuance. It's almost giving me like a fresh floral suede nuance. I don't know what's in here, but I'm getting like a white airy floral. Yeah, there's a floral in here and it's beautiful and I'm loving it. And you can wear this alone as well. But this one, it's giving me almost like a peachy suede vibe. Peachy, a light airy irisy. That's what it is. Is there iris in here? So there might be a little bit of iris in here with a little bit of suede. And it's giving me like a creamy, like a light peach fuzzy irisy suede with a beautiful sandalwood. This one is gorgeous. And you can wear these essence fragrances alone. This one, because it's so lush and sophisticated, I think that I would wear this one alone. It smells absolutely amazing. So you can't go wrong with any of the essence line. Literally, you can't go wrong with any of these fragrances, to tell you the truth. But yes, love, love, love that one. But I'm picking up an iris note in there, but I'm not sure what's inside. So anyway, Marlena, let's see. They said, well, I wrote down here, Santal can transition. This is a fragrance that can transition from day to night because it is fresh. It is irisy. And then if you wanted to spray it a little heavier at nighttime, then you could. If you like a clean citrus, then you might want to wear the Essence Mandarin. If you love a beautiful vanilla, then you want to definitely get your nose on the Essence Vanille. If you love a resinous spicy plum, then you want to try Unoi Prian. They do have discovery kits. I think she said instead of like a 1.5 ml fragrance that people usually give out in sample kits or discovery kits, you get 2 mLs of fragrances, which you could probably get, depending on how you spray, you may be able to get like 2 to 3 wears out of it. Me, I spray pretty heavy, so I may get 2 wears out of each sample in the discovery kit. But I love, love, love. I love every single one of these. And I'm so glad that I gave myself enough time to sit with the fragrance and just to get to know the fragrances as well. But amazing job, Marlena, on picking the master perfumer, Michael Nordstrand. He did a stunning job too with your creative direction. I love every single one of these fragrances and I can't wait to wear them more. It is fall winter, but I'm going to be wearing all of them, and I can imagine wearing Jardan Du Luxembourg in the spring, that Neroli Petite Grain, earthy green, you know, just beautiful smell of a garden. I cannot wait to wear that in the spring and the summer. To me, you guys, Jardan Du Luxembourg, spring and summer, Unoi Prian, fall, winter, I'm gonna wear 365, and then all the essence you can wear anytime, any day, or do some layering. And then also Montmartre, I would say spring and summer for that one as well, but if you want to freshen it up a bit in the fall, that one would be amazing for the fall as well. Gorgeous. Okay, anyway, you guys, go out to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good. And thank you, Marlena Stell, for gifting me. I keep wanting to say Marlena Estelle, but it's Marlena Stell for gifting me with these beautiful fragrances that I absolutely love so much. And y'all believe, especially when that vanilla one runs out, because I'm pretty sure it's going to run out fast, I am rebuying that fragrance as well. Anyway, bye-bye, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. And let me know which one you're interested in down in the comments. If you made it through this entire video, okay, leave me a yellow and an orange heart down at the bottom. These are my 2 favorite colors. All right, bye-bye, you all.